Hey, it's the Terminian Hero here, and we're playing Super Mario Sunrise Beta. Okay, so the long story here is that back when Super Mario Maker 1 came out, I was making a game on there called Nintendo All-Stars Double Cherry, where you would play as like all the amiibo costumes and stuff. And I never finished making that game, but I made a bunch of videos on it. And then when Super Mario Maker 2 came out, I started making a game called Super Mario Sunrise, but I did not make videos on those levels. And I kind of abandoned that project. Maybe I'll start it up again if Super Mario Maker 3 happens and it has the same features as Super Mario Maker 2. But I kind of just want to show what I made here. So, let's just get into it. So, the idea here is that there was going to be one level based on each theme. So, World 1 is the daytime ground theme, with Level 1 being Super Mario Bros. 1 themed, Level 2 being Super Mario Bros. 3 themed, then World, then New Super Mario Bros. U, and then Super Mario 3D World. So, yeah, Level 1 here, it's called Timeless Valley. Basically, for each level, I wanted to restrict what I could do with each level, so I would only use certain enemies or certain elements, and in this case, I was like, you know what? 1-1 has to be very 1-1. But I don't want it to just be another 1-1 clone, so instead I was like, how about I create a brand new level using only pieces of 1-1? And it kinda turned out like one of those recreating this from memory kind of things, which is kind of funny. But anyways, our description here says, "Welcome to Super Mario Sunrise. Bowser's castle has disappeared with Peach." So I kinda put a little story in the description. The level codes for these levels should be in the video description. Hopefully they still work. But yeah, so just like with Nintendo All-Stars Double Cherry, there's a hidden block in each level. This time they're not all 1-ups, but this one is. But yeah, hidden blocks are always marked with a firework. But yeah, I'm gonna try to explore as much as I can. I may have been incorrect when I said that this is only made of 1-1 stuff, but you'll see what I mean in a bit here. So here we're in the bonus. The classic bonus. I didn't mean to go back down. But you can do that, because it's Mario Maker. No! Okay, there we go. That guy was gonna fall on me. Anyways, so yeah, we've got a bunch of 1-1 stuff, but it's all out of order and stuff. It's the first level, but different. Get our star there. And in this pipe, look, we got another bonus, and this one isn't from 1-1. So yeah, this isn't just 1-1 stuff. There's nothing else hidden in here. I'm not sure if the block on the left was supposed to have something, but it doesn't. Oh, right, I actually need to land on the flagpole. Because this is Mario Maker. Mario Maker 2, but still. So yeah, that's 1-1, Timeless Valley. So now we'll move on to 1-2, Toadstool Trail. Fireworks mean that the level's hidden block is nearby. Find it. One -2, Toadstool Trail. Yeah, I hope my levels are still up. I don't still have NSO, so... You know, they might have got taken down, or they might have just got taken down, you know, just because maybe their servers just didn't like my levels or something. But hopefully they're still up. Hopefully you can play them if you want to. So over here, this looks like a good spot to get a 1-up. It actually looks like a good spot to get 2 1-ups, because this platform is suspicious. We've got our firework. So there's another hidden block there. We found this level's hidden block. And you'll notice that this hidden block was on a green mushroom, and it had a 1-up in the block above it. Now here, all these mushrooms are color-coded. The red mushroom has a red mushroom. The yellow mushroom has coins, which are yellow. And the green mushroom has another 1-up, which is green, of course. Got our checkpoint. I don't believe there's anything in these pipes, but I want to make sure I don't miss anything in these levels. Since, you know, the chances of someone else doing a video on these levels are pretty slim. So I want to be sure to show everything. A bunch of yellow coins above this yellow mushroom, so what could be here? It's a 1-up, of course, because it's at the green one. And we got a 1-up here, too. Nice. On to 1-3, Breezy Prairie. You can fly over this whole level if you want to, but that's no fun. This is the level where I'm gonna get frustrated that Super Mario World doesn't control like Super Mario World, because I'm so used to Super Mario World and not Mario Maker. Anyways, we got our cape, and if we go in here, Y plus B, we get another cape. It's teaching us how to fly. You jump at the cement block there. And this part is very reminiscent of the place that teaches you how to fly in Super Mario World. Which is intentional, of course. Anyways, we can just keep on going here. Just got some basic obstacles. I do need to look out for where the invisible block might be. And it's right here, above this block. Ooh, it gives me a star. Yeah, like I said, not all of these invisible blocks are 1-ups this time, like they were in Nintendo All-Stars Double Cherry. But yeah, so this is the end of the level. I didn't check all these pipes back here, but I'm pretty sure they're nothing. I gotta check them, though. Okay, yeah, they're nothing. $25. That's better than 24. And moving on to 1-4 Fungi Field. Find all 4 hidden blacks in levels 1 through 4 to unlock level A. So yeah, this bonus level, 1-A, you see each level had a -A here. Basically, the idea was that if you find the 4 hidden blocks in the previous 4 levels, then you unlock a bonus level. Not that I could force the game to work like that, because even the map maker doesn't work like that. But anyways, on to Fungi Field. So again, we're doing that mushroom color coding thing with red given a normal mushroom and yellow given a propeller mushroom, which is pretty nice. And this yellow mushroom has coins above it, which are yellow again, so yeah, just keeping up with the color coding theme. Propeller on red. Before it was on yellow, but, I mean, the propeller mushroom is orange, so it's kind of between red and yellow. Anyways, this is a pretty clear spot for a hidden block. And it's on a green mushroom, so it has a 1-up. And the 10 coin is worth, yep, 10 coins. This is the game where that meme came from. Not Super Mario Sunrise, of course, just Super Mario Maker 2 in general. So that was a nice fast level. Let's try 1-A since we found all the hidden blocks in the previous 4 levels. Meadow. Find 4 hidden blocks in World 1 to unlock this level. There's one here, too. Alright. So let's go get our 10 coin, worth 10 coins, and I screwed that up. No, I'm starting over. Because that was supposed to look cool, and I failed at making it look cool. I don't think I know the controls. Okay, yeah, let's start this over knowing the controls. Yeah! So yeah, it's just a little Cat Mario tutorial. Admittedly, I don't know how to do the slide move. Like, doesn't he have, like, a slide attack? I don't remember how to do that! Are you kidding me? Excuse me, are you kidding me? I'm starting over again. You gotta be the cat the whole way through the cat tutorial level. I don't need to perform it perfectly this time. I just want to be the cat. So we can get some lives here. Let's get rid of those little mouse guys. And that gets me 3 lives. I could have got 4 if I also hit this guy. But those 2 guys that were jumping here, they were guarding the firework. So that gets us another 1-up. And we got our checkpoint. We could go in that pipe, but there's 30 coins above it. So we don't need to go through, but we will. Going above the pipe there is kinda like getting that stamp in Super Mario 3D World on... Was that on Super Bell Hill, or was it just on another World 1 level? Anyways, you need the cat to get in here. So I did have to restart the level and go get that. But you get 30 coins here and 50 coins there. None of my levels here have any special clear conditions, but I considered releasing alternate versions of the levels that did have clear conditions. So I don't know if this one would have been to collect all of a special kind of coin or something. You know, this stuff wasn't finalized. But anyways, that's World 1 done, our daytime ground world. So from here, we head into the desert with 2-1, Deserted Ruins. It's scorching hot in the desert, careful not to get burned. And there is our angry sun. So we've got some ruins, a bunch of thwomps, an angry sun, and some skeletons. This is just the type of enemy we'd have in this section of the game. Yeah, you get rid of that, dry bones. And you get me a fire flower, please. Right, I go here to make him smash the block and hop my fire flower up. So he's clearly got a little hidden area back there. So let's try to make our way over to that. If we just lure this guy out. And this bonus room might look familiar from Super Mario Land, which, you know, you are also in a desert there. And there's our hidden block. So now we have the Super Mario Land power-up and music, which is pretty cool. So now we can mess with this Super Ball power-up. If we don't lose it. But yeah, I think some of my clear conditions just might have been, you know, get all the coins in the level or something like that. Anyways, we've just got to navigate our way around these thwomps. And these blue markers, they tell you where you need to stand in order to get some of these coins. And the red markers tell you where the thwomp needs to be. When you shoot your little super ball there. So from here, this doesn't quite work, so let's... There we go. That was good timing, but we off-screened our shot. So there we go, we got our 50 coin. And we got that one too. So that one's pretty nice. Moving on to 2-2, Bone Dry Desert. A disguise might help you get past these dry bones. And here is our disguise. We can get inside the dry bones shell. Of course, we got our angry sun again. Are there any pipes in this level you can go into? I can't remember. But I don't think the angry sun can get you while you're on these pipes. Oh, you can go in this one, of course. And this room is symmetrical. Because there's a hidden block here. That gets you a 1-up. And we can use our disguise to get past these dry bones. And get our raccoon tail. Our super leaf. So we'll get our checkpoint here, and with this super leaf, we have a couple ways we can do things. Yeah, you can't go down any of these pipes. But yeah, this pipe gives you another disguise in case you lost it. Stop destroying the level. Stop! You almost made it too hard to use the disguise right. But yeah, so here you want to keep using the disguise, and if you lose your disguise, you can use a reset door to go back to the start there. But alternatively, if you manage to sneak by these guys earlier to get your super leaf, you could just use your little raccoon tail to destroy these towers instead of sneaking by all these guys. And here we go. Another 1-up, cool. Not that that does anything for me, but it's still nice to get. Now on to 2, 3. Chocolate Wasteland. Did the ground turn to chocolate, or is it a mirage? So yeah, of course, because this is the same palette as Chocolate Island and Super Mario World. But you'll notice that these platforms are like, they're cake-shaped, just like the Layer Cake Desert in New Super Mario Bros. U. And we got our Angry Sun again, but we also have Kamek and Chain Chomps, which makes for an interesting pairing. I'll take my fire and get rid of the Magic Koopa. It doesn't necessarily have to be Kamek. Okay, we got rid of that Chomp, kind of. He's kind of bouncing back and forth right now. Stop ducking. The D-pad is awkward. So yeah, down where that Chain Chomp was is where we can get our hidden block. So we found that. That Chain Chomp had some stairs. I would like to get rid of you. There we go. I'll take a fire flower I don't need. Gladly. Found a star in this block, always welcome. You can get rid of our Chain Chomp and even the Angry Sun. So that's cool. And I got a 1-up from that. It's always a challenge to do that in Super Mario World, to get the 3-up, but it's probably easier in Mario Maker. It's been ages since I played any Mario Maker, aside from, you know, testing these levels like a couple days ago, since I knew I wanted to make videos on them. Anyways, on to 2-4. Desert Sands, not desert, dessert. Did you know that you can safely spin jump on spiky enemies? Okay, we've got something tricky right at the start here. So right away, there's a thwomp that wants to hit these blocks. And if you hit him back, you can defeat him, allowing you access to the hidden block here, which has a 1-up. So that's a neat little thing. If he ends up hitting the block 3 times, then it just turns into a used block. So you lose out on your chance to hit that block without doing something really tricky and precise. And potentially impossible without taking damage. Anyways, from here, we're gonna want to go inside this pipe, which we do like. Okay, that jumps a little tight. I was hoping I'd get it right, but there we go. I got it that time. That was a little spooky, but everything was all good. You notice that some of the thwomps accidentally blocked some of the other thwomps. Oh, also, if I ever remake this level in Mario Maker 3 or whatever, I'm gonna fix this issue. Yeah. Did not realize that the screen would scroll even though this stuff went to the top of what the level creator says, you know, is the top of the screen. The screen still scrolls above that for some reason, so I definitely have to fix that if I ever resume this project. Thank you for that, Mr. Thwomp. Now I have fire. Fireballs? Yum! Okay, both of these guys just slam down. These guys slam inward, and these guys slam down simultaneously. And here's our final staircase.
Oh yeah, Mario time!
Okay, we got all the hidden blocks in the first 4 levels of this world, which means we've unlocked 2-A, Palm Tree Park. Requires World 2 hidden blocks. It's a race against time. Take the car and go. Not to be confused with the cargo vehicle I made in F-Zero X. Or the cargo vehicle, because that's 2 different vehicles. Now, we want to slam down real fast, but not really, because if we do, we miss out on that 1-up in our hidden block. So yeah, now we just want to speed out of here. I'm not gonna check all these trees. They're probably all coins. And there we go. That's that level done. I am kinda curious, to be perfectly honest. Let's hop back in real quick. I don't want to keep dying because of time running out or falling down pits. But, like, I am kinda curious. Oh gosh, how does the level maker work? How do I get my hand on the screen? Oh no, how do I get my hand on the screen?
Let's go!
Oh, it's on. Oh, okay. That's a coin. Yeah, it's probably all coins. I don't think there... Is there a checkpoint? Yeah, there was a checkpoint, wasn't there? I think there might be a mushroom or something near the checkpoint. I also wouldn't be surprised if I ended up placing something past the finish. Okay, yeah, there we go. There's a power-up there at the checkpoint. There can't be that many more to check. This is a pretty short level. But yeah, these are also just coins. Alright then, stop drifting. Oh my gosh. Oh, you gotta love Joy-Con drift. Anyways, back to the core spot. Anyways, on to World 3, our underground world. With 3-1, Mole Mines. Now this one's worrying me a bit, you'll see why. This mine is nice and cool without that raging desert sun. Okay, Mole Mines. So we've got these little conveyor belts and stuff. There's a lot of mining equipment here, as well as Monty moles and these grinder things, whatever they're called. I think they're called grinders, but yeah, we can blow up that path, and then we'll continue on down the conveyor belt. That guy got a little stuck. And here we can switch things back the other way. And over here, this Bob-omb can take care of this problem. Now that we have things set this way. I'll take my fire flower. And yeah, this level should definitely feel kind of Donkey Kong Country 1. I was definitely inspired by Donkey Kong Country a bit. Part of it might even feel Donkey Kong Country 2, but we'll get to that later. Can't go up yet, so let's go this way. A path has opened above us in an area we can't reach yet. So yeah, we can just sneak under all these buzzsaws. And now we'll hit our switch and head back. But heading back is harder than going forward because of the way these buzzsaws are laid out. Like, we can't go under these now. We actually have to jump them. Anyways, here is our checkpoint. And we can't go forward, so let's make our way up and listen to the arrow by going this way first. And with that, we can bust that open, and then the shell hits the switch again. So we just hit the shell twice. And we have a Mario M over there, so that's nice. So we hit the switch twice. So what exactly did going over there do for us? You'll see later. I'll tell you what, we broke something there, and that's what we were meant to do. I I kind of messed up my controls there, but it worked out, so that's fine. I hit that switch, right? We do not want to fall here, because that'll send us to an earlier part of the level, and then we'll have to hit the switches again to get back here. Yeah, I hit the switch. Now we got a fire flower, and now we gotta sneak under these things. And this last one's gonna be real tricky. Oh, I failed it. I shouldn't have jumped. I might have... No, I don't think I would have slid far enough. But you're supposed to run and slide under that last one. It is possible to do. Go up to this coin, you get the doorbell, and because we broke the thing up there, that shell can hit that switch. And now, for the part that I'm dreading. Okay, good, I made that hard jump. The timing there can be really tricky. And the timing here can be really tricky as well. No! Okay, so this is the part of the level that feels like Donkey Kong Country 2. Cause, you know how in Donkey Kong Country 2, there are 2 DK coins in that game where they're on the goal pole at the end. So you have to slam into the end hard enough to get the DK coin, but also with the right timing, that's what you get on the roulette. And if you mess up, you have to do the whole level all over again. That's basically what this is. When I practiced this level a couple days ago, I had to replay through this level so many times to make that jump over the flagpole at the end. And if I fail too many times here, excuse me, I was not trying to hit down. But yeah, if I fail too many times here, I don't know if I'm just gonna cut to my successful attempt or if I'm gonna cheat with the editor mode or whatever. Because I don't want to spend forever on... I don't want to spend forever on this. But that death is making me feel like I'm gonna spend forever on this if I don't cheat. I don't want to cheat. These are my levels. I shouldn't have to cheat. Stop ducking, Mario. The Joy-Con's D-pad is kinda bad. I know I always complain about the GameCube's D-pad, but, like... The Joy-Con D-pad is literally separate buttons, and they're all really small and close together. I don't know why Nintendo just refuses to make a big D-pad. Not that they've never made a big D-pad. But, like, you should always make a big D-pad. I mean, the Nintendo 64 controller had a massive D-pad, and no one used it because it's the Nintendo 64. I did not think it was going to be that hard to stop Mario's momentum. Yeah, World 3 does get kinda hard. I remember the next level giving me some trouble as well. And unfortunately, my troubles on the next level were D-pad related. Or just, like, controls related in general. So hopefully that won't be a problem when I get to the next level here. If I fail the final jump this time, I think I'm just gonna cheat. Just because I don't want this video to take forever, and I don't want to spend forever stuck on this level. I really don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to cheat on my own levels, but... Again, I'm making a video here. This isn't my free time. This is time that you're having to spend as well. Not that you really have to. I mean, you could just skip ahead. Or just not watch the video. But if you want to watch the video and not have to go through all the repetitive stuff, you could skip ahead. I'm not making you watch any of this repetitive stuff. But I would prefer if there wasn't repetitive stuff to begin with. So let's not fail anymore. Let's see if we can do this part without getting hurt. There we go, nice little slide. I got to show that now. Oh, come on. Okay, whatever. I guess I'm gonna just drop myself in the level and try to make that jump over and over again. Edit course, I guess? I don't remember how all this works. Oh no, not the... Well, I don't want to change the starting point. It's not gonna change the starting point, though. It's been so long since I've made levels that I don't remember how this works. Is it fine that I'm small? I can change my status here. It would help if I didn't have drift. Please. How do I select what I want, though? Because Stop moving. Stop it. Okay. How do I actually get to that menu? Oh my gosh. Stop. Why is it drifting so hard? I can't fight it. Oh my gosh. Whatever. I'm just gonna go up into here. Oh, right. This Mario Maker 2 does the wheel. That's crazy. No, let me pick the fire flower. Now you're letting me use this feature. Why wouldn't you let me before? Okay, let's play from here. You gotta love that drift.
Let's go.
Not that the drift is what caused me to lose there, but my goodness. There we go. Here is our 1-up in our hidden block. We found our hidden block. We're just gonna pretend that we didn't cheat that. I don't think I need to fix this. I mean, at the very least, I'm not saving the level here. So yeah, I think we're good to go back to the core spot. Here we go. This is what I want to go to. Now on to 3-2, Creepy Catacomb. What have these moles uncovered? Maybe they dug too deep. Good old Yogscast reference. They diggy holed too deep. Anyways, so yeah, we're in the catacombs here. And I want to use this, actually. We want to stay in the top catacombs here. Like, the stick's not drifting while I'm playing, and I mean, I'm usually using the D-pad, but I just used the stick a bit there, and it's not drifting now. Anyways, if you come over here, you get a super leaf, which you very much want. Then we can go down a layer and sneak our way through these boo rings. And now we can use our tail to get past these guys and get our little dry bones shell. Now this is the tricky part. Sneaking through these guys while hopping. Which, you know, you wouldn't have to do if you were just carrying the shell. But if you were carrying the shell, then you would have to sort of flutter like this by tapping B, while also still holding Y with the same finger. So you would have to hold a button and rapidly tap a button at the same time, which gets awkward. But yeah, we've got these moving boo circles now, which we got past very nicely. Alright. Hard part done? Question mark? So we can use our dry bones shell to get in here. And find our hidden block with a key. Right, this gives me a key. That means I don't want to die even after getting the checkpoint. I mean, I suppose if I fail from here on out, I could just cheat to show you what this coin leads to. So down here... Well, look, a track ends here. This is a return path if we screw this up. I hope I don't need that shell or that tail. I'm worried. Oh no, I think I might. Anyways, there's a red coin, and there's a red coin. So that's 2 of the 4. That was not the right time to go. Oh no. just navigate our way around here. Oh, I think I screwed up this blue coaster when I played this before. Okay, I don't think we need the... Oh, why did you have to appear right there? Oh, man. Okay, well, we found the hidden... We found the hidden block, so... I guess I'm just gonna have to cheat to show you where the key gets you to. Because I do not want to waste time here. I mean, you also don't have to get these coins if you have the key. But, you know, there's 2 doors to unlock. One of those locked doors is required to go through to beat the level, and the other one is not. Now, please, Stretch, don't... Okay, there we go. They're fine. There we go, I got my key from the coins. And now the fast part. Oh, I actually don't think I screwed this part up. I remembered wrong. Yeah, when I did practice, I don't think I screwed that up. But this just, you know, takes us back past everything we just saw. Just in case we don't have our key. And in here, here's the end. But what's in that locked door? Hey, we got a 1-up. In this locked door... Do I have to have my hand on the screen to scroll over? I don't want to do the whole drift thing. And I still don't know how to get my hand on the screen. Oh, finger cursor X. But then I can't... Like, I have to use the stick to move the cursor. I can't use the D-pad. That doesn't work. Anyways, if you take this door, it goes up here. Where there are, I believe, 3 1-ups. Don't drag it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, 1-up. 1-up. And 1-up. Okay. So that's all we missed there. Let's go back to our core spot. And check out 3-3, Treacherous Tunnel. Watch your head, and your feet too. As you can see, this is the last level I've made. So, let's enjoy it. This is a little suspicious thing. Oh, look, there's our hidden block. But yeah, this level is an interesting one, and you'll see why in a bit. For now, though, let's just run on through. Ow. I was running. How is that not fast enough? Well, now I got a hard hat. And over here, we can jump up and get our checkpoint. I don't need the 10 coin. It's just worth 10 coins. We do want to go down here, though. because this will lead us to a good thing that we need. Specifically, a key. A key that we need to use to go through this door here. And with one final slide, we've made it to the end of the level. But this level is special, because you know how I said earlier that I didn't put in any, like, clear conditions for any of these levels, but I was considering making an alternate version of these levels that required a clear condition. With this one, I wanted to use the clear condition of don't land after touching the ground, or don't land after leaving the ground. And you might think, well, how would you do that? Well, let me show you. So we can't jump and hit these blocks, of course. So we've got to ride these platforms down. And yeah, we just fight these enemies by sliding. Sliding into them. And that's room 1 done without, without landing after leaving the ground, because we haven't left the ground. And over here, we want to run. I don't know if I just barely left the ground there. We're just gonna say I didn't. You could tell what I was supposed to do. But yeah, over here, we want to get our shell to take care of that Buzzy on the ground. And now we can't get our checkpoint like this. But we can do this. Now here's the hard part. It's making sure that this guy doesn't wake up. Okay, I kinda screwed that part up there, but, I mean, you could see what you're supposed to do. Okay, that's fine. Did I fall? I wasn't paying attention. Why? Okay, let's just do it like that, then. I'm not paying attention to myself super well, so I didn't see if I screwed that part up or not, but you could see what you're supposed to do. And at the top here, we just fall down here. And we slide down here, and we jump into the end. Even got a 1-up for that. Cool. So yeah, that's all the levels I made. I don't know if they're still available for you to play, but I have a list of all my level codes here, so I'll be putting those in the video description, and if I have to re-upload the levels, then I'll update the video description with those codes. If they decided to just take my levels down and say, hey, you can't re-upload them, I got backups that I can re-upload, even if they tell me no. So, you know, but yeah, this was supposed to be a much larger game, and, you know, like I said with Nintendo All-Stars Double Cherry, if you want to finish making this game for me, be my guest. I would like to do it myself, but If I'm not gonna do it, it'd be nice to at least see someone do it. Anyways, here were my plans for the rest of the game. So, to continue the underground world here, the daytime underground world, we would move on to 3-4, Deep Dugout, which would have Buzzy Beetles and Spike Tops, and the description is, this cave goes pretty deep. And after that, 3-A would be Lost Grotto, and it would have Ant Troopers and Horned Ant Troopers. And I don't have any descriptions or anything beyond this, but that Lost Grotto level would have had Super Mario 3D World Boom Boom as a boss, because notice there was no bosses in any of this yet. Anyways, after that, World 4 would be Daytime Underwater, where we would have Blue Abyss as the first level, Seaweed Seabed, Cheap Ocean, Coral Coast, and then Shipwreck Lagoon. And Pom Pom would be the boss in Shipwreck Lagoon. Then World 5 would be the Forest World, where we would have Thick Thicket, Quiet Clearing, Mushy Marsh, Murky Mire, and Jumbo Jungle. And in Jumbo Jungle, Super Mario 3D World Winged Boom Boom would be the boss. After that, World 6 would be the Daytime Ghost House World, where we would have Abandoned Abode, Misty Manor, Spooky Shack, Ghoul Villa, and Spectre Mansion. Then we would go on to World 7, Ghost House Night. So, you know, we finally moved from day to night. And the levels here would be Dangerous Den, House of Phantasm, Dark Dwelling, Wraith Chateau, and Shadow Dimension. Then we would move on to Forest Night, where we would have Toxic Grove, Poisonous Pond, Withering Woods, Noxious Bog, and Submerged Swamp. Then World 9 would be Ground Night, where we would have Goomba Path, Toad Village, Creaky Bridge, Pleasant Plains, and Great Grassland. Then we would move on to World 10, Desert Night, where we would have Dusty Dunes, Gusty Wastes, Windy Wilderness, Cyclone Badlands, and Secret Oasis. I should mention that these nighttime levels, the 5th bonus level, would have been a nighttime version of Super Mario 3D World, or alternatively a Super Mario Bros. 2 level, but neither of those things ended up getting added to Super Mario Maker 2, so I don't know what they would end up being. But yeah, I just wanted to say that since I haven't explained that yet. Anyways, after that world, we would move on to World 11, the Underwater Night world, where we would have Gloomy Bay, Inky Sea, Bottomless Trench, Ship Graveyard, and Cobalt Cove. Then World 12 is Underground Night, where we would have Gravity Chamber, Flip Flop Cavern, Stalactite Cave, Reverse Shaft, and Ancient Hollow. And out of those, there would actually be 2 boss levels in there. Gravity Chamber, in that level, the boss would be Super Mario Bros. 1 Bowser. And in Reverse Shaft, the boss would be New Super Mario Bros. U Boom Boom. Then, for World 13, which would be Snow Night, we would have Icicle Alley, Frigid Lake, Frosty Pass, Snowman Slope, and Frozen Tundra, where, in Frosty Pass, Super Mario World, Bowser would be the boss. Then after that would come the Snow Day world, and my story thought behind this is that it's close to the sun rising. You're high enough on the mountain that you can see a sunrise, even though daytime hasn't really come yet, is my idea. You're getting to the sunrise, basically. So in this daytime snow world, our levels are Arctic Ascent, Chilly Ridge, Polar Peaks, Evergreen Glacier, and Snowy Speedway. Chilly Ridge, the boss would have been Super Mario Bros. 3 Bowser. Then for World 15, our daytime sky world, so we do have that sunrise now, I guess, properly. The levels would be Stratus Sky, Alto Cumulus Temple, Cirrus Land, Cumulonimbus Climb, and Black City. And we would have New Super Mario Bros. U Winged Boom Boom as a boss on Cumulonimbus Climb, and Winged Pom Pom as a boss on Black City. Then we have the Daytime Airship World as World 16, where we would have Flying Fleet, Airship Squadron, Air Force Assault, Junior's Big Battleship, and Cloudy Carnival. And we would have bosses on every level here, starting with Clown Car Bowser Jr., Clown Car Bowser, then Super Mario World Winged Boom Boom, which is basically works the same as Super Mario Bros. 1 and 3 Winged Boom Boom. Then we would have New Super Mario Bros. U Winged Bowser Jr., which basically works the same as Winged Bowser Jr. in the previous 3 games here. And the last level in the world, that bonus level, we'd have Mauser, you know, in Cloudy Carnival. Then World 17 would be Sky Night, where we have... so Sky Night would imply that we've climbed so high that we're in space now. And these levels would be Spore Stratosphere, Mushroom Mesosphere, Thermosphere Station, let me say that again, Thermosphere Station, Exosphere Escape, and Troposphere Heights. And then we would have the Airship Night World as World 18, where our levels would be Space Armada, Fearsome Flotilla, Devastating Dreadnought, Mega Destroyer, and Grand Galleon. And we would have bosses in every single one of those levels again, except for Grand Galleon, apparently. So these bosses would be Super Mario Bros. 1 Winged Bowser, Super Mario Bros. 3 Winged Bowser, Super Mario World Winged Bowser, and New Super Mario Bros. U Winged Bowser. Then World 19 would be Castle Night, where the levels would be Stellar Swim, Celestial Stronghold, Cosmic Reactor, Chaotic Eclipse, and Blazing Base. And the only boss here would be Big Clown Car Bowser, which would be the boss of Celestial Stronghold. So, you know, we're at Bowser's Castle in space. That's why Bowser's Castle disappeared. It took off into space like in Super Mario Galaxy or Paper Mario, you know. Anyways, our final world would be the Daytime Castle World, World 20, where our levels would be Koopa Tower, Kamek Keep, Flaming Fortress, Calamity Castle, and Solar Citadel. And every level here would have a boss, those bosses being Super Mario Bros. 1 Boom Boom, which works the same as Super Mario Bros. 3 and Super Mario World Boom Boom, then Kamek, then Super Mario World Bowser Jr., which works the same as 1, 3, and U Bowser Jr., then New Super Mario Bros. U Bowser, and then Winged Meowser for like the bonus final level boss, whereas New Super Mario Bros. U Bowser was like the final level boss, not counting the bonus level. So yeah, that's everything the game would have entailed. Will I ever finish this project someday? Probably not, but if Mario Maker 3 has all the same features as Mario Maker 2, maybe I'll return to this project and remake these levels in Mario Maker 3. The only problem is, if I did that, I would feel the need to expand the scope of this project to include the new elements in Mario Maker 3. And since I would want to have a level based on each theme, that means we would have a real problem if they decide that Mario Maker 3 will only let you upload 100 levels. Because, you know, we'll probably have over 100 level themes at that point, so yeah, that could be a problem. But anyways, that's basically all I have to say about Super Mario Sunrise, so I hope you enjoyed that long video on my little fan project there, and I'll see you next time for something else.